knowing how my father appreciated education. At the time, you could make up lost time in school by going to summer school and getting credit for it. And so I managed to finish high school in 3 years. I actually finished UC in 3 years because at the beginning of my third year, I entered the military. And much to my mother's chagrin, she cried like mad and said she didn't care if every other woman's son went into the Army. She didn't want me to go in. But I'd heard the anniversary of Pearl Harbor. Roosevelt gave a dynamic speech in December of the year, and that inspired me as a young man to say, to hell with school, I'm going to go in the Army. And that's how I happened to go, in spite of my mother's wishes and her tears. And so I had been sent from Fort Thomas and put in a segregated rail truck, a car, Pullman car, sent to Georgia. Okay, I remember getting there and getting down on my knees with a few other people and spitting on the earth that I didn't like, but I survived. The other thing I should tell you too, it started out in Macon, Georgia. I was sent with a group of rural blacks who were basically uneducated. And at the time I had 2 years of college. They prevailed on me to write letters to their mothers and their sweethearts. And sometimes they'd wash some of my things for me because we had to wash our own jeans and things like that. I had volunteered in the Army. Volunteered, no, there was drafting going on, but I volunteered because I understood if you volunteered, you were more likely to go overseas and get to travel. And my father, who traveled so much and been a Pullman porter, I wanted to travel like my father. I remember him going to Detroit one time and coming home and telling us how he and a couple of his friends had been invited by these white girls to their home. And that bit of integration was moving to me. My unit was stationed in Fordingbridge, England. It's a little village town. The English people were just fabulous, fabulous, so very good to us black Americans, in spite of the fact that the white American soldiers told the English girls that we had tails. And of course we showed them our tails. All right? I'm cracking up because I had a big mouth, a mouth that could get me in trouble all the time and did.